boss right now. Talk I'm the man right now. Oh, yeah. Feel like the man right now. Your girl on my line right now. Oh, yeah. Shorty all up in my, ooh, yeah. She love me in the gray sweatpants. You never left, yeah. Feeling like a boss, I done made it. Get so like a spaceship. I swear my life is amazing. Blowing money, no hesitation. Up, downs, no basic. I know these be hating, but that's what made me feel like in the real life. Dripping on sauce in the good life. You shine, I shine, and ain't nobody gonna take my home. I just wanna be a boss.
Coach, we find ourselves at the foot of the Rockies, Denver, Colorado, for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New England Patriots and the Denver Broncos. That'll be taken in the end zone. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
Here we go.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Philip Dorsett hauls it in. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Six yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
You got to give some credit. They're able to hop up in the air and bat that one away. And that's frustrating for an offensive lineman because our only recourse is when he goes in the air to try and give him some type of a pop or a shove, hoping to bring his arms down.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. He'll drop to throw. And he fires one, but incomplete.
I want to see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
And Quigley now on to punt as he sends this one away. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll get it out to midfield. Let's say, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. A huge play there for Denver. 45 yards. So the line of scrimmage all the way up to midfield now as they've got it 1st and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And his pass incomplete.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry. Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of. Otherwise, he was going to get sacked.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Detroit! Detroit!
They'll set up a throw. Man open. He's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. First time these two have hooked up this afternoon, and it's a first down. And a nice start there to the aerial attack to pick up the first.
And I think preseason is officially over now. Getting into the groove of the regular season, that's a great way to get started. First drive of the season, what a nice completion.
Set! Green 39! Green 39!
Now back to throw. And the catch made. This is Emmanuel Sanders. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again. Broncos with their first trip to the red zone thus far. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 15. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. His throw caught at about the 5. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Now a first carry for T.J. Yeldon. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. Officially, it's no gain on the play, and they'll remain a few inches shy of a first with 3rd down looming.
Switch! Leopard! Leopard!
First carry for Royce Freeman. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line. So on 4th down, on comes Brandon McManus and the field goal unit for the Broncos. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And McManus able to put it through. And the Broncos, the first to grace the scoreboard. It's 3-zip. So a pretty good opening drive. That'll make the home fans somewhat happy. They wanted 6, but they got 3 in the early lead.
And they should be happy. The guys look good getting down the field. That's got to give them a little bit of hope that good things are in store here today for them.
Now the Patriot offense set to take over again. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trite expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks, because then the defense has the advantage.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that's caught inside the 30. A big play there for New England. 58 yards. Well, that didn't take very long. You mentioned you have to keep him under wraps. Avoid the big play is what you said, and here he makes one in the first quarter.
Yeah, you can't let this become a habit. Otherwise, you know what will happen? They'll flat out take over this game.
So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Now a first carry for Giovanni Bernard. And he's got 4 down inside the 20 to the 18.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
50.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first. So 3 plays, already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. Now a a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And that's going to be caught for a Patriot touchdown. As his guys are in for 6, and the Pats have taken the early lead. Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was the super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook?
It's pretty in-depth because people want the ball in the hands of the quarterback into the playmaker's hands downfield as fast as possible. There are a lot of plays, a lot of options involved with that.
And Denver getting set to take the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Duke Dawson picks it. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. So the first interception of his career under center, and you knew it was going to happen sooner or later.
It has to. And I know he feels like the world is just tumbling down at this moment, but there's got to be some veteran somewhere, some mentor that's going to tell him, hang in there, my man. Plenty more to come. Keep firing.
Wait 20! Wait 20! Go!
He'll look to throw. Rolling to his right. And that's a loss of 7 on the first down play. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He drops it off for Bernard. It'll be a gain of 4, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gordon. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long.
20, 5, 20, 29, Alpha. Here we go. Ready? Okay, hold 66. Wait.
He'll look to throw. Flush to his right. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. And Gostkowski's kick is good. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
And Denver getting set to take the field. Now, last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. He's going to look deep down the field. He's got a man complete. That one goes for 36 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
All right, now, look at 56. Look at...
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 22. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they're throwing an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They begin with Michelle on the ground. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Wait, 20! Wait, 20! Wait! Check it!
Back to throw here. Over the middle, Dorsett. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 17 yards there for the Patriots as they've got themselves a 1st down. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. That's caught inside the 20. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him, and he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
This quarterback now 7 of 10 here in this 1st half, and he's got a 1st and 10. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 15, and a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
Swings it out to the flat for Freeman. And down he'll go at the 25. 7 yards on the play, and that'll make this a 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Back 99 Philly, here we go! Over!
On 2nd down, here's Yeldon. Some fancy footwork, but not much room to operate. Just up past the 25 and no further. There to stop him, Juwan Bentley.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They're going to look to throw. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this 1st half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
40 yards on the punt, 2 on the return, and the Patriots take over. So the Patriots coming out now. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. He's going to rifle one deep left side. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. A big play there. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Patriots are able to strike quickly for 6. Gostkowski now out to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. And Denver getting set to take the field. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Looking to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Lenzen. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen, because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside, and that's what we saw there. A nice pickup for a first down.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Back to throw. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. So that is 3 interceptions now in this first half, and you hate to ask the question, but let's be honest, we're thinking about it. Do you need to go in a different direction next series?
Potentially. We know that he's probably not going to be on the Pro Bowl ballot. That's not really his stature here. But he has been their starting quarterback for this game. So they've got to weigh things about who's behind him. Do they think he can snap it back into gear? Maybe change up the play calling to help him out a little bit.
They've got his man complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Sugar. We go. Wait.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. The Broncos say they have it. They do.
Well, probably went empty set there. No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect
No
him.
one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not go down and fumble the ball.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Jake Butt, the tight end, his intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. He goes underneath for Yeldon. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll be 3rd down.
Watch him now, Barney.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco 1st down. 1st down now, but that clock rolling. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. He's going to let this one go deep. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down. This secondary has been roasted in this first half, but they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back.
Detroit!
But that's one
Detroit!
step in the proper direction.
Gone, gone! Gone, gone!
They'll look to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And on 3rd and inches, we're going to get a whistle and a timeout, as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. The offense on 3rd down tonight, just 1 for 3 thus far. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches.
3-19.
They'll drop to throw, and that is incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Well, they'll say no to the 46-yard field goal try. They're going to go for it.
Gone, gone! Gone, gone! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll set up to throw. And that is going to be incomplete. The Broncos unable to convert here on 4th. And the Patriots defense is going to take over on downs. Now the Patriots offense, they work their way back out onto the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
A little under 30 seconds to go. We'll see how they play it here on 1st and 10. They'll begin here with Bernard. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
They'll look to throw here. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Here comes the Broncos offensive unit here as they'll have it first to begin this 3rd quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. This is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Back to throw now on 1st down. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they...
Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
Lucky 56. Lucky 56.
He'll drop to throw. He's going to go for a big play downfield. Got his man. It's Thomas. Touchdown, Denver. Demaryius Thomas, 31 yards. And the Broncos have cut it to within a score. Now McManus on to kick this one off. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Patriots offensive unit. They'll have it first here to begin the 3rd quarter. They'll try to get this offense going with Michelle. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus, the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
They'll set up a throw. Underneath, this is Bernard. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll be a second down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game, and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, third quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
The Broncos offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
This is Yeldon on the dump off. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down. He's having a nice game through the air. His decision-making's been really good, solid there again. Just seeing nothing downfield, goes underneath. Nice game.
How about the patience? Because when you're having a big game through the air, you're looking for those chunk plays, those big ones downfield. Instead, as you noted, takes the check down, dumps it off, gains good yardage anyway. Really well executed.
Looking deep for DeMarius. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interceptions and still lead your team to victory?
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Dante Hightower, and he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. He was trying to hit Thomas that time.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
They go play action here on first down. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Philip Dorsett, the intended receiver. And it's second down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Derek Wolfe forcing his way through there to drop him for a loss of a good 10 yards. New England on third down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and a mile.
By 20! By 20!
Now back to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And I think the offense is going to keep possession. Yes, they are, but they're backed up now at their own 2-yard line.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball. Nearly a huge return, as it is. Still a very good one. 24 yards. And it'll be a short field for the Broncos as they take over 1st and 10. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll try to get the ground game going with Freeman. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Jake Butt, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Broncos are an extra point away from tying the football game. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And an alley to run. Accelerating, and off he goes. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Braxton Berrios with a return of 102 yards. And the Patriots have moved out in front. This game wasn't tied for long. How about that? A big return here in the 4th. And this is that time of game where every big play is magnified. 4th quarter, kick return for a touchdown. You've got to feel great about your chances at this stage of the game. Yeah, they regained the lead. Now we'll see if they can hold it. And Denver getting set to take the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone. And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Patriots have it. That feels like an accumulation of the pressure we've seen all game. I mean, he's been on the turf a whole lot because of sacks. Eventually, something else happens as well, and this time it was a turnover. Yeah, caught up to him. Well, some good games around the league here early in week 1, and this one's shaping up to be as good as any of them as we come up on a 1st and 10. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. 2 yards on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys. On the ground is Michel. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. New England on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 8. He'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one. And Gostkowski's kick is good. And that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10.
So his second field goal of the game, and that could turn out to be the big one.
Yeah, you have to make them score twice to beat you, and that's not impossible. But here in the fourth quarter, puts their backs clearly against the wall.
And Denver getting set to take the field. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
You like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. So what again, symptomatic?
He's got him in, complete. It's a big play there for the Broncos. 41 yards.
That's a big-time pitch and catch right there. And, partner, I remember the days when quarterbacks would try this. They were holding their breath. But nowadays, they're counting on their receiver to be just a little bit better than the defensive back when it's one-on-one and the ball's in the air like that.
He'll look to throw. Finds Jake Butt over the middle. A Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play. But correct me if I'm wrong, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
Being chased out left. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed, as that's going to move the chains.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old, reliable guy. Let him pick up the first down.
Back to throw here. And his throw here's incomplete. Tried to get that one to Jake Butt, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
And my goodness, another interception. Duke Dawson picks it, and he'll go down inside the 15 at his own 13-yard line. He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas. This drive starts out on the ground to Michel. And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
By 20! By 20!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this one across the 20, but only up to about the 21. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down.
And this is an absolutely big 3rd down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Has to. You said big 3rd down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. Now, this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here.
20! By 20! Right! Shadow!
They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Here's Ryan Quigley now, standing right on his own 5-yard line. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And Sanders now to return. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. The Bronco offense now set to come back out onto the field. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got...
The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes. Dietrich Wise Jr. in there to drop him as the clock continues to roll.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up. The Broncos on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and forever. They'll run it again with Yeldon. And he showcases the spin. A pretty good gain before he's taken down. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th.
This offense really put themselves in a tough spot on 1st and 2nd down, needing long yardage to try and pick up a 1st down, and they ended up getting a great run. Explosive, picked up nice yardage. You don't expect to be in this situation on 4th down, but guess what? It all started with what happened on 1st and 2nd down. Really put them behind the 8 ball.
And partner, this first week, this first game that we get to call together, so special every year, week 1. You had the flyover, the big American flag out there before the game, all the hoopla, just having football back, so special.
It is an opening day, opening game. There's just nothing like it because you really build to a crescendo. But the best part for us is that crescendo lasts for a while. Opening game here, an entire season, we get into the playoffs,